what's up, and welcome back to the Lauren Hedges Network. So today I just really want to talk about an experience I had. A lot of people have asked me this before about, especially new models, about knowing what photographers to shoot with, which ones not to shoot with, new photographers, old photographers, own photographers, popular photographers, all that kind of stuff. So my thing is like this. I feel like you should give even new photographers a chance, or people that are not as popular or whatever, a chance if they want to, do a test shoot with you. One reason, for real, majorly, it builds both of y'all notebook, and especially if you're really trying to get your practice in, because sometimes when you become a new model, you are a little, jittery in front of the camera. You're not ready to just jump into character, which, like I said before, that's why I like acting, because it was like a cool transition, because modeling to me is such an acting situation, because you're becoming whatever character that is. That's why I say, realistically, never judge a person by a picture. That might be just the character they're playing at that point. But anyways, so this is what happened to me.
Few minutes later.
Okay, so today I'm going to talk about creepy photographers.
All right. It's a little interesting topic about creepy photographers. Yes, you will meet some creepy photographers. I mean, they will be in your DM. I mean, they will be everywhere. It's like they know how to sniff out people sometimes. Especially when you're a new model, they just kind of know that you're a new model and you really don't know what you're doing or you're talking about or whatever. But personally, when a new photographer comes up to me, or, before, I usually ask them for their Instagram, look through their recent work and what they do. And, you just kind of, I don't know, I think I really got this third sense for knowing creepy photographers. That's why this situation is a little odd for me, because it's kind of like, I haven't got a creepy photographer situation in a while, or at least if I do get one, it's like in my DM and I'm really ignoring the hell out of it and I really don't even pay it no attention. But for some reason, like I said, we in quarantine. People I ain't gonna lie, I be bored, and I was bored, and it was a brand new message that hit my DM about a shoot. And actually, this photographer, I think I've seen before or worked before. He was on a set or something. Because 9 times out of 10, that's how it was. Because actually, this is what I do too. If I seen that me and him had responded to each other before in my DM, I'll stroll back up and to see who he is. But anyways, I knew him from a previous set where I think he was just there. He wasn't necessarily being a photographer. I think he was a videographer or something, and he was helping on a set before. And now he's doing photography. Okay, the first thing I did was I clicked on his page, saw his work or whatever. I was like, okay, his work is good. It's pretty cool, okay, why not, And so I go and he's like, well, yeah, I have a artistic like photograph I want to do, like, I think it's going to be dope. And he was like, he wanted to remake Adam and Eve. Me personally, I'm an earthly girl, so I'm just like, oh, that sounds cool. And the first thing I asked him was, so are we gonna be naked or whatever? He's like, no, it's not naked. He sent me a mock picture of what he wanted. It was this beautiful girl with they had kind of pasted of like tree leaves on her. Like, it was like beautiful big green leaves that were on her. I don't know how they pasted her, and he said like a clear, the thongs that have like the clear sides or whatever. And we was gonna, in the background was gonna be like, we was gonna go where like a waterfall was, and the whole thing was the guy was gonna be leading me up the water fountain, and it was supposed to be real pretty and just artsy and dope. And I'm like, oh, that's dope, that's real dope. Because like I said, I've known him as more of a videographer type person, so, and I've seen his work and I had to remember it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So the problem was, that was all good. He was compensating me for it. He was giving me my rate. Everything was cool. It was cool. Wasn't no problems with that situation. I liked the fact that I was gonna be covered. I wasn't gonna be butt naked. So the next question I asked was, so have you found your Adam yet? This Negro, excuse my French, I'm sorry y'all, but this Negro sends me a damn picture of him. Okay, first of all, he first said I've been working out and so I was gonna use myself. Okay, that was a red flag right there. When he said he was gonna use himself as Adam. And I'm thinking in my head, how you gonna use yourself as Adam and you gonna be the videographer or gonna be the photographer for this, you know, artistic adventure that you're doing? You know, it's gonna be great. It was gonna, you know, it's gonna be video recorded and, you know, all kinds of, you know, ideas that he kind of explained to me. In the aspect, well, at least, you know, from the picture and all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, okay, so it's gonna basically be like the sample picture you took me. He's like, yeah. And, you know, fact that it was gonna be covered up and the fact that he was gonna pay my rate and everything. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be dope, you know? And like I said, I looked at his work, his previous work, and I remembered him from doing videography or being on helping with the video shoot, okay? So when he said he was gonna use himself, I ain't gonna lie, in my mind I was like, what? And so then his creepy ass gonna send me a silhouette photo of him. You could see his dick print and everything. When I tell you I was so freaking pissed. I don't like stuff like that. I don't know if he just liked me and he wanted to see what I was gonna do or my response to that. But it was a negative response. I'm like, why the hell did he feel that comfortable when I done came at you professionally? The messages are professional, and that's the reason why I do not give my number out in DMs. 9 times out of 10, like I said, I usually tell them to email me, you know, or something like that, because I was really just doing it because it looked really good. It looked like it was gonna be a beautiful project, y'all. Like, I really was freaking disgusted with him. The fact that he felt that it was okay for him to do something like that. And I immediately, of course, did not respond. Immediately blocked him. Immediately, like, expedited that person, like, period. Like, cause that's the creepy photographer stuff I be talking about. Like, that stuff is just crazy, because it's been even times like people know that I work professionally and I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even give you that vibe, because like some girls, they give you that flirtatious vibe, and I'm not saying it's right for anybody to come at somebody with a sexual content, but I don't even come at you flirty or nothing. But it gave him some inkling to send that, and I mean, maybe he meant it as a artistic thing. He wanted me to see the art of the way he looked now, but it was so many better ways to do that. Like, maybe, you know, like I said, you know, he was kind of fat before, so maybe he felt comfortable sending it to me because he was proud of his body. But the thing about it is, I did not want to see this picture, and I didn't want to see that picture. But I definitely gonna let you see the messages from the DM. And of course, I'm sorry, I'm crossing out his name, y'all. And yes, I'm gonna kind of edit the picture that he sent me. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to necessarily put him on blast, because he didn't touch me. You know, he didn't touch me. He didn't call me out my name or nothing like that. Like I said, he probably sent the picture as an artistic approach of showing me, you know, the new pictures that he took of himself, because that's what he basically said. Excuse me, y'all, my eyes are watering. But that's basically what he said. It was a silhouette picture of him. I just personally didn't appreciate that, and I just didn't like that. And don't get me wrong, the picture was a nice picture. It's just when I'm in business mode, and don't do that. Like, don't even come at me like that, because it doesn't work for me. Like, that was just too much for me. And then I thought about it even in my head, like, why would I even want your penis on me? Like, I don't want your thing to touch me. I don't want it nowhere around me. First of all, like, I didn't even think that you would even, I mean, I get it, you're proud of your body, and I guess you wanted to display it, and you have a whole team to record it and take the pictures or whatever. But no, don't do that. And out there, ladies, you know, for the people that come across these photographers, because that wasn't necessarily creepy, but I just feel like I just didn't like it. It really did. It rubbed me the wrong way. Because like I said, I really don't have any creepy photographer experiences. Like I said, I feel like I have a third sense for certain things like that. It's been times where people in the rumor mill of photography and modeling that, you know, about certain photographers being creepy. And it's been an actual photographer that I've shot with, and somebody said some inappropriate, creepy stuff has happened to them from him. And I could never, you know, actually respond to it because, like I said, it didn't happen to me. He didn't do anything to me, so I couldn't respond because they asked me, like, I know you shot with him before. Has this. I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I really didn't want the person to feel inappropriate because it really wasn't the person that told me that the situation happened to them. It was more of a friend of hers. And like I said before, I can't speak on things that didn't happen to me. And, you know, I do feel bad for her for feeling or even being put in that situation where she felt uncomfortable when you're trying to just express yourself in your art. And, you know, like I said, I take modeling and acting very seriously. And, you know, when you do, that's your baby. That's your art. That's, you know, so that's part of you and who you are. And, you know, for somebody to be put in that type of situation, I do feel sorry for, you know, bad for that, because nobody should ever feel like that, you know. And like I said, I just never really experienced it, so I can't speak on, you know, necessarily those creepy photographer situations where somebody rubbing on you or grabbing you or trying to sexually, you know, assault you and all this kind of stuff. I never had none of that stuff happen to me. Like I said, this scenario, the story I'm telling you, is the creepiest thing that's happened to me, pretty much, because like I said, I have like this shield, and I'm so glad I must have like this third eye right here that really be tingling. It be just like, Lauren, no, don't do it. Lauren, no, that ain't it. This ain't the photographer. Because like I say, with new models, y'all, don't just shoot with anybody and everybody. You know what I'm saying? I do feel that you need to practice and all this kind of stuff, but always look at these people portfolios. Like, go on Instagram, because portfolios now for photographers and stuff is, you know, pretty much go to their Instagram, see what kind of work they have done and what they've been working on to really kind of get a vibe. And I feel like even pray about stuff like that. If you're nervous and you don't really know, pray about it. You know, it will really come to you whether or not you should do it or not. You know, even if you first get there and you feel these weird vibes, always like really chill out. Don't go there and start drinking, okay? Don't, the first thing they offer you a drink or whatever, don't do it, especially if you don't know them. Like, if you don't know them, you never shot with them, you never been to their studio before, don't do it, baby girl. Do not drink. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's different if you've known this photographer, y'all cool. It's a totally different vibe, you know, in certain situations. Like, do not do it. Do not drink. I repeat, do not consume alcohol while shooting with a new photographer and you've never been to his studio before. I don't care who it is. It could be the top name flight one. You know, it's been scenarios I've heard of girls going to known people and they drinking at their studio, and he tried them. He really didn't even care nothing about her being a model. It was really because he liked her. You know what I mean? And like, you know, like I said, I really can't speak on none of those type of situations because I've never had nothing like that happen to me. Thank God. Woo. Woo. Thank you. It never happened to me. But definitely that was the creepiest thing that ever happened to me. I just posted this just to let y'all know, like, just to say, be careful. Be careful. Stay focused. Never put yourself in an awkward situation. Be careful. Period. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate y'all watching the Lauren Hinges Network. Make sure y'all subscribe and be a part of the Lauren Hinges Network Club. Peace.